Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy M.K.S. Back again. Thought I'd make another video while the house is quiet. Hopefully no one interrupt my live stream. But as soon as my brother comes back, so I don't want him to disturb my live stream, so I'll probably turn it off by that time. And Mum's asleep at the moment. So anyway, I went for a walk, which is quite a long, nice walk. It was probably about 1 hour and 40 minutes or so. So anyway, I was trying to think of some of my ideas. And my mind was wandering a bit. But anyway, as I said before in some of my previous videos, I'm going to try not to do list videos at the moment, at least for a while, because I want to do something different. So, but I did want to talk about social. I did want to stick to the theme, as I talked about in April, May, June, and August. August, thinking of quite a few different things, but I did want to stick to the theme of Asia. And as I've talked before about, so I don't want to repeat myself too much if I can help it, but about how I love to do things in alliterations. So I was thinking, because it's Saturday, thinking about social enterprise for Asia, also like social enterprise and how it can help startups, help more people in Asia start their own business, to have confidence to start their own business, and what social enterprise can do with a shared goal and vision of uniting Asia together and helping them to work together, including, which I keep talking about, helping people from slums and disadvantaged communities as well in Asia to set up their own business. So I dream to like get groups together, or maybe even one group together, because if we work together, I think we could be much stronger. People who want to support Asia or developing countries generally, and who want to help poor people around the world. I don't want to do it in the socialist or communist way of sort of forcing people to pay more tax or forcing people to help. I want it to be something that people do because they want to do it, and who share that vision and goal about helping people. So I just wanted to, I think that was my dog walking around. So. But yeah, so I had a nice walk through a field, but near where I used to go to college and things like that. So not sure I should name the sixth form college I used to go to, but anyhow, so it was obviously the weather's quite nice, but I did make sure I kept a 2 meter gap from people as much as possible. Probably said hi from far away and not get too close to people, as people talk about. Sorry, I lost my chain of thought. But yeah, talking about, like, I love to support people from slums and orphanages, and people also encouraging, like, if I could work with people who have run, like, encourage mentors to go to Mentor for Asia, where they go to Asia and they work with people who run the slums and orphanages and things like that. And if they learn about it, then they can actually help. If they learn how to run a business, they can also teach other people, like younger people, people with learning disabilities, and so forth. And I know I've talked about, like, Richard Branson and John James. I'd love to have, like, a way to communicate with them and perhaps send them edited letters and things like that, about how they can give advice, and also how they can maybe even in the future take a trip to Asia and support dyslexic people and even set up their own academies that train people. And one of the things I was thinking about as well is, like, child protection, ensuring that people there learn about keeping children safe online, and just generally as well, knowing where they are and things like that, and making sure that the N.G.O.s, non-governmental organizations or charities or whatever that go to Asia are actually wanting the best for the people they work with, whatever age they are, especially the young children. And I know I talked before about sticking to the theme of alliterations, like taking soccer balls, or as I would say here in the UK, footballs, to parts of Asia, or other sports things and sports equipment, and fundraising for grounds to play, and just spreading joy and playing football with the children and things like that. And hopefully they'll also have fun and also learn at the same time. Talking about Asians working together to solve problems. As I said before, like approximately 4 billion people working together to solve problems. On my walk, I was like, kind of, as my mind was wandering, I was kind of thinking about how challenging, obviously, it would be to unite Asia together because of the divisions. Like, obviously, even Israel is classed in it as Asia, I think, and obviously with the issues they have with Palestine and India and China and things like that. So, yeah, I know it's going to be a challenge, but I hope to unite as many people as possible in Asia as soon as possible. And hopefully, if they see the potential benefits where they can feed people and help businesses to grow instead of using that money on wars and things like that. I'd love to hear your opinions as usual. But yeah, so I'm thinking about like social enterprise. I must admit, I know I've never had any experience of setting up a business or a social enterprise or anything like that, but to network with those who are interested, to put the idea out. So hopefully people who are interested can look how to take those ideas and put them into action. And as I say, social enterprise, which will help people start their own businesses and have that confidence and have the mentors and trainers who people who can give advice about potential pitfalls and mistakes that to avoid, but also how to keep going through a difficult time. So if business is not doing so well, how to keep the motivation going so that you, even if you lose money or you're not doing well or you feel like giving up, someone can be there to push you to keep going. Just like if you go to the gym or somewhere, someone can push you to keep going even when it feels difficult or feels like you want to quit. And also to talk about the experiences they've had. So they might have had failures and talk about how they've overcome those failures to do well. And also to talk about how startups can grow and also S.M.E.s can take, like for instance in India or places like that, or all over Asia, but giving India as an example, or China or wherever, S.M.E.s that have already run their businesses could train up startups and talk about the mistakes they made, how they overcome fear or whatever, and also help them to grow into, so they can teach each other basically for the benefit of their own country as well, and also the continent as a whole. And also how S.M.E.s can learn from bigger businesses how to grow their business as well. So startups can grow into S.M.E.s, S.M.E.s can grow into bigger businesses, and eventually startups will become, in time, hopefully grow to become big businesses. And also want to talk about science, again, talking about alliteration, like how scientists can work together to solve problems such as diseases or illnesses or global warming or whatever, how Asian scientists can work together, possibly even with African scientists, to work on how to solve some of these problems. And like scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and people like that. So as I said, I'd love to know what you think about these ideas. Am I being naive, or like how could I improve? Do you think they're interesting ideas and things like that? And how do I grow those and put them into practice and help more people? And at this moment in time, I'm thinking, as I say, mostly from Asia as much as possible, and how people from the diaspora can also mentor people from Asia as well. Being from the diaspora, go to like Indian business people in the UK or the US or Canada or in Europe or anywhere else in the future, perhaps. Obviously, when they're able to travel, can go to parts of Asia and talk about what, from their experiences, how they built businesses and what people can learn. Even imagine people from even a really young age, even children, learning about business from the youngest possible age, and having like also having materials to help them to learn. Like I talked about sending like paper, multicolored paper, plain paper and stuff like that, especially multicolored paper, because then they can do lots of great drawings and art and felt tips and crayons and things like that, so they can do lots of art. So in the future, I hope to send a lot of that stuff myself and encourage other people. As I said before, instead of throwing stuff away, they could use that to give it away. So they're making use of it, and how to find, instead of wasting things, try to find ways of storing things and keeping them and making use of them so they don't go to waste, and cutting back on waste, and also like how to feed people instead of wasting food and water as well, and that sort of thing. And which brings me to another topic actually I've just remembered, which is about like water aid, and encouraging companies like for each bottle of water they sell, they give one away to people in Asia, and also try and make more cleaner water and things like that. Anyway, I hope you like this video, and I'm going to try and stop waffling because I don't want the video to be too long. So I hope you have a great time wherever you are. Peace and love.